Yo, we restarted it again. SupremeDaalmighty in the building. We got the homie Indigo Phoenyx back on the show. Shout out to the sponsors once again. Snow Goons, Creative Juices Music, Elise Ad International, Blazing Up Radio, Vinyl Frontier, Smile of the Ghetto Child, and of course Mad World Apothecary. Shout out to the homie Pestilence for that connection. If you want any dope graphics, go to the homie Mad World Apothecary. Let's try this again, because I don't know. I just see. Maybe they shadow banning me at whatever the hell.
Can you see me now?
Nah, yo, this is crazy.
What it is. Everybody else could see me. I guess you gonna have to play go by ear. Because I see you, they see you, but you just can't see me.
I guess we're gonna have to go with it, because I'm not sure what's going. This has never happened before. It's weird.
Let me ask them again, guys. Can you see both of us? And I could barely hear you, so something might be muffling your audio, your microphone section.
It's crazy. Yeah. As long as y'all can see us.
Both of us. So I don't know what's going on with your. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
It's all good. It is what it is.
Keeps everybody look.
Word, it is what it is. As long as they can hear you, that's all that matters.
Green and black hair and the Carhartt hat.
See, somebody down in the chat said the same thing, that they had that happen to them. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, they see us. So that's, hey, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about me. As long as they can see you and hear you, that's all that matters. I don't care about me. So, you know what I mean?
So I see you, so that's a good thing.
So no doubt. All right, bet. So let's get into it. Yeah, because like I was saying to you earlier, like for some reason after an hour, IG cuts me off. Like I don't. It won't even give me a warning. It will just shut my whole shit off. And like, yeah, I don't know. Shit's weird.
Yeah,
but
I got a lot to say. So yeah.
So no doubt. I bet. So let's get into it. So what do you want to discuss first? Because I know you've been doing a lot since we last spoke and whatnot.
Oh man, yeah, I've been doing so much. I'm actually working with OG Press Magazine, so that's the thing I'm most excited about right now. Initially, I started with the interview with them, and since I have, experience in hip hop journalism, they asked would I be interested in writing, and of course, I was like, yeah, sure, anything to help out a starting brand, and I've been doing it so far. First issue, I have 8 articles in there, some really dope ones. Just shouting out Sunez, Jabam Sadiq, Jamal Honesty. There's so many of them I can't even remember. I know I did a tribute to Dapper Dan, and it's just a lot. Diamond D. So it's just an honor to be able to highlight those things, as well as Great God was on the cover, his first cover. So that was dope to be able to give him his first cover. This next issue, we have Willie the Kid, Estu Nag, Bub Styles, Terminology. Oh my God, we have so many people. This issue, my boy King Kamal. The first issue, we had Sunez, somebody who I respect really dearly. And Sunez and Shabam are actually joining me as writers with OG Press Magazine. So salute OG Press Magazine. Salute Lee, who's the editor and founder of it. And I'm just excited to be covering a lot of dope stuff, a lot of dope artists. My thing with that is everybody who fronted from the last time when I was blogging, when I started rapping, and they just really unfollowed me, bro. They unfollowed me, blocked me, and it was crazy that they did that, because it's like I helped boost like a lot of rap niggas' careers, like where it is now, writing all these reviews and interviews for them and getting them noticed. And when I started rapping, they really felt the way. So you can't spin the block, and that's all I have to say. So I like when people show their true character, because now with OG Press, I'm really editing who I'm doing stuff for. It's like I had a conversation with Willie the Kid, and he's on this next issue cover. And it was more so about, don't stop being good to people, but watch who you be good to. And that's what I'm doing right now, is just editing who I rock with. I really want to showcase the ladies, so there's going to be an edition where, you know, I highlight a lot of the ladies in there. I don't want to separate women from the men, because if you dope, you dope, and I want people to stop doing that. So definitely going to have China Streets is going to be on the cover of an upcoming issue, and it's just an upcoming issue. Pete Rock's going to be on the cover. Thirst from the Low Lives is going to be on the cover. The General. So we have a lot of dope issues coming up, and I'm just excited to cover people that I rock with. I've been rocking with Pete Rock for years now. Like, he's a riot. So it's an honor to hit him. I'm like, yo, you want to be in this magazine? He's like, hell yeah. I've asked other people who's nowhere near a Pete Rock level, do they want to be in the magazine, and they never responded. So you see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's crazy how people have this imaginary presence that they don't have. And here it is, the legends are responsive and supportive. And here it is, Joe Schmo and you know what I'm saying, Nelly Nobody just don't respond. It'd be crazy to me. But that's just where I'm at right now.
That's that jealousy shit. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's like they get like envy over it, and it's the stupidest shit too, because it's like you want them to rock with you. You know what I mean? So it's like, why would you go against the grain? It don't make sense. Like, why would you not just participate and we all eat together, instead of just being selfish and be like, yo, I gotta keep a plate to myself?
That's
like it be hurting hip hop. It don't make sense. There's so many dope collabs and albums that could have been dropped, but because people were so stuck up in their pride and shit.
Stubborn. Shay, you already know you're in there, sis. I love you. Shay Barres is my sister. You already know all my sisters who I have conversations with. Like, I've spoken to her. There's nothing wrong with complimenting your sister, letting her know you're there. You think she's beautiful and talented. Like, I'm just that type of person. I like seeing people win. I like seeing people look good, feel good, and whatever I could do to help you meet a goal, then I'm gonna try to help you if I have the means or the resource to do it. So I really don't understand the mindset of being selfish or trying to block plays, or, you know, just trying to be exclude people from things. You know what I'm saying? When I say that I'm exclusive, it's more so a protective thing. Like, I'm exclusive because I've been so giving and free of myself that I've been burnt by that. And salute my boy Nivek in here. Nivek has been there. I've cried on the phone numerous times with him about just being heartbroken by trying to, like, be there for people. And every time I get a knife in the back. So I slowly just back out and pull away, because, you know, it takes a toll on me. There's only so much I can do to be supportive and get pushed back and be treated like, you know, I'm a villain to people. And I just, you know, I had to fall back from that.
I'm sorry to hear that, because I was saying, since we did this last interview with shit, man, I always consider you to be like a dope individual. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the type of person that can really scout you out right off the bat. Like, if you were shyster, you know what I mean, or you just like, you selfish or about yourself, and I didn't really take you for that type of person. So it's kind of weird hearing this, knowing that people was acting like that with you, because, you know what I mean. But unfortunately, when we in a certain rank or branch of this hip hop shit, level of this shit, people treat you a different way. When you're nobody, people treat you a different way. But when you're in a higher rank, people treat you a different way. I don't think people understand that.
Yeah. And when people see you climbing and getting to a certain level, they want to pull you down a couple of rungs of the ladder, or they stop the support. So it's like, if we don't help her, she can't go any further. But see, the thing that people have to realize, like I said, I'm a bruja. I'm going to manifest. I'm going to always have a way. My ancestors are going to provide a way. I believe in karma. I come with the purest of intentions. So the universe is always going to send me people back that come and help me. You're like my videographer, my engineer when my studio is down, and I ask friends to help me out, and they'd be like, well, you know, I can't really help you, but they really just don't want to. That engineer will call me one day and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to take you to get some lunch. I'm going to come set up at your crib, and everything you need to get done, we gonna get done this day. And I just have people like that in my life. Like my videographer, he's like, look, we're gonna get the shots. I want you to have this right outfit. Find the outfit. Show me the outfit. I show him. He like, check your Cash App. Blump, sends me the money for the outfit to the Cash App. Like, I just have people like, where there's people who won't, there's people who will. And I definitely appreciate and rock with the people who will. And I take that as kind of, you know, the karma coming back, because I just really give to people and just want to see people do well. Even if that person's intention don't really be pure to me, it's not going to stop me from like moving genuinely for my sisters, for my brothers. Like, I feel like that's the problem with a lot of stuff right now in hip hop and things in general, is there's not enough support of one another. Like, we are the underground. We're a whole different tier. We should definitely be collabing more, less competition, and we could excel to bigger levels. But it's because people want to be so catty, and I won't say I'm not competitive, but I don't check for what anybody else is doing. All honesty, I'm just not gonna hold nobody. I don't go listen to nobody's shit, period. I don't have the time for real, and I'm always creating. So when I'm in the space of creating, I don't want to pick up on anything somebody else is doing while I'm creating. But I don't look at it. When I see people doing well and dropping, I'll go a glance, I'll check, I might buy it, I'll repost it, I'll share it. You feel what I'm saying? I definitely will support in that way. But it's not like I'm checking like, what are they doing? And can I compete with that sound? Everybody knows I have a sound that's all my own. You're my boy Al. I have a sound that's all my own. I have a style that's all my own. And nobody can say I'm biting off of them, even my artwork. If I come out with artwork, I guarantee you, and it's not even on no bragging shit. 2 months later, everybody gonna have the same fucking artwork. Everybody always picking up and traveling with the artwork. Everybody was doing this and this and that. When I came into African tradition and I was learning from the high priest, that's when I embraced Bruja and African tradition and started like doing stuff like The Conjuring and other albums and things like that spoke on, like Red Brick Dust, that spoke on traditions and ceremony. And people who don't even believe in spiritual things was dropping voodoo albums and pitting that up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you don't even believe in that shit. Like, you 5% of you don't even believe in shit you can't see. So why you got an album with hoodoo and voodoo and spirit ancestors on? You feel what I'm saying? It just be the biting for me that, like, in hip hop, like, that's the highest form of treason. I don't see imitation as flattery. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. A bitch biting off of me, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't care what nobody says. That's not flattery to me. Take from it and add your own nuance. That's different. Just completely fucking biting, I don't like that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I mean, even if there was to like try to mimic you, I don't think it's possible. First off, the second off, if there was someone to be like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I was feeling your style. You kind of inspired me to have my sound and saying. I mean, that's one thing. That's but like someone, but someone just straight hijacking, because keep it a buck, you'll get album covers are fucking crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Cause like the artwork is just, I'm like, yo, this shit look like the fucking album of a movie. It's like the cover of a movie and shit. Like, it's just real. It's really detailed, and it has a lot to it. So
right, there's details, and it be essence of me and what I believe in my covers. So that's why when I see people who represent a certain thing, post like, I'm Muslim. Now, mind you, I'm Muslim. I took Shahada when I was 17. I lived in the mosque. I think we've had this discussion. I lived in the mosque a year when I turned 18, practicing Sufism. So it was highly disciplined, just prayer and meditation all day for a year till I turned 19. I wore a face veil for years. I wore Buddha Nubi, all the transitions out into regular clothes. I wore that. So when I see people using Islamic jargon just to be cool, oh, alhamdulillah, and just throwing out these words that they don't represent, it's just fraudulent to me. You feel what I'm saying? It's just fraudulent to me. So it's like, don't use trends, cultures, religions. Don't use religions and cultures as trend. These should be things that you wholeheartedly embrace and fuck with. And then I like creepy shit. I write horror films. I love horror films. So you're gonna get that gory, gritty Queen of the Grimy from me just because I'm a big horror fanatic. Like Stephen King and Alfred Hitchcock are like my film idols. So you can only imagine that's where the twisted soundscape comes from in my mind. And salute Save Me for complimenting my grimy shit.
I bet we discussed that too. You mentioned that we went heavy into that too, the horror movies and shit, and the kung fu flicks too.
Yes.
So I definitely remember that shit.
Yeah, kung fu flicks are so like it. You're not New York or not my era New York if you weren't watching kung fu flicks on a Saturday and just stuck in front of the TV. And then probably Sunday, maybe some Abbott and Costello or something else comes on. But you know what I'm talking about, that era of, that was what we had to watch. This was pre-cable. You feel me? Telling my age, but you know, I look good for my age, so that's fine. But just the kung fu flicks are definitely heavily influenced. I don't really go too much into it because it's been so overdone. But there's some nuances in it, like Buddha Palm, that I like because I always loved the Buddha Palm when in the movie where he just boom hit that nigga in the chest and then the handprint was on his back. Like what? Like I gotta hit somebody like that.
Yo, word. Get a bodyguard, some shit, just straight rocking nigga shit. Word. Yo, facts. I mean, I will say this because like you got so much dope music out. And like, I don't really like to compare and contrast, but like, you definitely had that ill, like Bahamadia kind of flavor to me. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Because that's if I had to compare. I don't like to compare because everyone has their own unique sound, but it kind of gives you that vibe because it's like your beat selections is really on point. Like, I haven't heard no fucking whack beat from you not once. Like. Real in your face, dark
to me. I tell people, I say I'm an asshole about beats. I was talking to Tragedy. Tragedy said, no, you're not an asshole. You're just very particular. I said, all right, Trag, I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt. I'm super particular about beats. I feel like curation, I appreciate your compliments. I look back on our interviews and I appreciate all the compliments you've given me over the times about my curation, and this is the shit where I have to say humble brag. Like nobody really fucking with me on curating. You feel what I'm saying? Like curation is more than just picking a popular rapper and giving him some beats. People gonna automatically gravitate to that because the motherfucker popular. You know what I'm saying? Picking the right person with the right producer and finding the soundscape that's complementary to both of them that creates that chemistry that will allure and mesmerize, that's different. Nigga think because the beat is lit and they could rap, that shit is hot. I've heard plenty of songs like that. I don't like them. I just, you know, and it's a lot of people that's popular. I just be like, man, I don't get it. I don't see what they're like, you know? And then there's some people who have a curation and you hear it and it just has like the French say that je ne sais quoi. It has that star power to it and it has something different that just pulls you in. When I curate, I want to make sure people know, they can tell that's a Indigo Phoenyx touch, or that's her signature. I try to give people a sound that is not what they're used to because I don't want you comfy, but also something that matches my energy so that you can hear the marriage of us working together. I think that's important. So when I say it's Sorry West Side Gun, I'm one of the top curators out here. I am. I know he's a top curator, but I would have to argue I am also a top curator in this underground industry, and I curate my own projects, and I've been putting out quite a bit of projects. I dropped 8 last year. I dropped 8 this year so far, getting ready to drop another 4 in a month or so. They're already recorded, and another 4 before the year ends. So I'm not playing, and so when I brag, I have the bragging rights to say that.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. Now, before I forget, there's 2 things I wanted to
Thank
ask.
you.
Damn, I already forgot, man. I'm getting
Don't
too old for this
forget.
shit.
You got 35 minutes. You good?
Yeah, word. So first I was gonna ask, well, no. First, what I wanted to mention was, when you said that you do have your own unique sound. Now, the twist to it is for those that listen to your records previous in this point in time, you do have different styles, which is crazy, because like you'll have the dark shit, you know what I mean, the real gritty shit, and then you also have the laid back smooth shit, and it's like it's kind of hard for artists to transition that way sometimes, to be honest with you, because if you're known for the gritty slap you in the face shit, but then you come with the smooth, laid back, jazzy kind of, you know what I mean, it's kind of it's crazy that you can flow on the beat and really bring it on both spectrums, you know what I mean? So definitely want to mention that, because it's hard for artists to do that. I know that because I've worked with artists before, and a lot of them can't transition. They'll go on a jazzy beat and still talk about stabbing somebody in the spleen or doing some. It's like you gotta kind of change, you know what I mean? Like you gotta grow, adapt to the style. But like I just wanted to mention that. But I did have a question. Being that you do put it, because you are definitely one of the artists that to go to for an album to be dropped, because you write either you write so quick, or your writing process is so quick that you do drop a lot of stuff because you're very quick with it, but very on point with it. Now, my question for you is, do you feel like sometimes that might be overwhelming to the listener if you have so much coming at them at one point that they don't have the time to really what do you call that, appreciate one album at a time? Or do you feel like you still receive exactly what you need from it?
I still receive exactly what I need from it, because I know not to plummet them with one week and come 2-3 days later with another one. People's attention span is short. So you have to know that by the time I drop an album, if the album has 5 songs on it, it's already sent to the DJs. It's been on rotation. The DJs always run exclusive music every week. So it's really not overwhelming, because everybody always wants what's next, what's new immediately. So that's actually what keeps me fresh and thriving, is because I always have the content on standby. Like I haven't dropped a project since maybe about a month or so. And so when I am going to drop, I'm going to drop probably like 2 of them, because the end of the year is coming soon. I've just been delayed because of delay in mixings. So if it wasn't for my delay in engineering stuff, I would have been dropped. So right now, I'm actually learning how to mix myself, so that I won't have to experience those delays anymore. I don't have to wait for nobody to mix nothing for me or come to my aid to help me do anything. I will be self-sufficient. And I think that's what's most important to me. But I feel like I give the fans just enough, because sometimes they'll be like, when's the next one? They already like, where the other ones at? Where's it coming? You feel what I'm saying? So I kind of wait and see, but people's attention span is like crap right now. Like, you feel me? It's not like back in the day when you drop a whole album and that album would thrive for a year. You feel me? It's just not that era anymore. Like talking to Daddy-O, it's just not that era where, you know, you could run an album, have all the videos and stuff. Like even your video, people would be into that for 1 week and on to the next thing. Like, so when you're doing these things, you have to just realize people's attention span is short. And you just, as an artist, you have to always keep coming consistently and with quality. And that's the one thing that I'll say. I'm never lacking. Like, I don't give a fuck how much content I drop. My shit's still potent. It ain't no lacking just because I don't do stuff to try to keep up with people. I'm really trying to keep my schedule and honor my word to my producers that I'm going to get them heard. So when I'm working like that, it's because I promise, just like Brand New is a hit. I promise Brand New, I got to get brand new stuff finished so brand new can get out there. I got to finish all these other producers who want to be heard. Nagashi Blanco, 29 Kill in Japan, like I promised them. And so I have to uphold my word and drop these projects for my producers. So it has nothing to do with who's doing what. Like I said, I don't care who's doing what. I move on my own accord. I do what I'm doing. I don't check for nobody to see what they're doing. And I never announce drop dates because people are corny. They see you dropping one date and try to drop the same date as you. So you'll never see me announcing when I'm dropping. I drop when I drop. Like, that's it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I seen how people be moving this shit. I seen how some of these motherfuckers be moving. This shit's corny as fuck. Because, like, you know what I mean? If you really can't, like, do your own thing, stay in your own lane, you gotta hop in somebody else's lane, then you ain't doing it right. You need to fucking, like, you know what I mean? 'Cause that shit don't make no sense to do that. Like, it don't boost sales. I don't think motherfuckers understand it. It don't boost your sale to drop on the same day as somebody else because, you know what I mean? Because it's gonna give someone an option where it's like, am I going left or right? And unfortunately, if your shit ain't air fucking tight, you're gonna lose that business. You're gonna lose that drop. So it's like,
right. But even more so, if I'm set to drop a day, it's Westside Gun or Nas, I'm dropping. I don't care who dropped. I'm dropping the day because there's mathematics to the day I like to drop. There's science to the day I drop. So I don't care who Jesus could come down and drop the album of the apocalypse, and I'm gonna drop that day and still put out mine, and I'm gonna give him the big salute, like, you know. But I'm gonna drop regardless. I don't move around other people, and I don't move in fear of other people either. So it's like I'm always just gonna put out my content because I stand alone in doing my shit. You feel what I'm saying? I'm confident in my stuff, being able to do what it do, even if it don't do the numbers everybody else do. I know I did my thing and put it out. Because we have to realize there's an avid amount of haters that, just like I said, they will purposely not buy and support just because it's me. So I do have a crowd of people who purposely, they'll look, check, they won't buy it, but they be looking and they listen. You feel what I'm saying? They listen to see if I'm talking about them. They listen to see, you know what I'm saying? One thing about me, if I'm beefing with you, you'll know it because I'm gonna say your name. But there's nobody important enough in this world for me to be beefing with. And a motherfucker who have a problem with me, they'll never get a mention because you ain't gonna get no clout off of trying to beef with me. And of course, there was people who had stuff to say about me. Oh, this and that, made diss tracks, all that stuff. I'm like, but where are they? Who are they? Nobody knows them, and nobody will because I will never mention them. So they somewhere dead in the desert with the little microphone in their hand, and they died talking about me. You know, keep my name out your mouth. That's all I could say. And because easily, I have to just say, keep my name out your mouth. You're not fucking with me. And that's just what it is. And anybody who beefing with somebody I know that I'm on my people's side. And if you want to go to war, know that I'm relentless and we will body you. That's it. We will body you. I'm not scared of nobody in this rap shit, period. And I don't want nobody to be like, oh, I'm not a bully. I love everybody and I love everything everybody be doing. Even the whack ass niggas who be trying to cut up. Some of y'all should be fired. You just fuck nigga. Like, you know, you just a fuck nigga that be too pressed about shit that's not your business. And that's the problem. Mind the business to pay you and you'll do better in life. And that's what I do. I mind my business and I give credit where credit is due. I think people are so afraid to give people credit because they scared it'll take shine away from them. And that's just corny to me. It's like I said with Shay Bars and I show all my sisters love. I'm always showing love. And the biggest thing was when Bahamadia hit me up and she was like, call me. And I'm like, this is my rap idol. So you know immediately I'm like, calling her. Like, yeah. And she's telling me, look, she told me monetize. Don't let these people play with you. Make sure you do your paperwork. Make sure you do this and that. And you know what? I didn't fully listen. I must apologize to the queen because I tried to call myself being accommodating and doing complimentary things for people, doing free features, because I didn't want to seem like, oh, I'm just uptight, I'm too good to do. You know, I don't rock like that. If there's a way I can help you boost your thing, and I'm going to try to help. But then these people that turn around and get an attitude, start trying to curse you out and be on some shit. Now, just because you far away, motherfucker, don't get flamboyant with me via the internet. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I be thinking. I'm not about to start arguing with you, but know it's on site. Like, don't come getting disrespectful with a woman. It be men too. They be wanting to be like the baddest bitch in this hip hop shit, and I'm not with it. I'm not arguing with no man. I got a whole man here that can handle your ass. I don't have no time to be arguing with grown men. And if you got a problem with me, send your bitch at me. Don't come talking to me as no grown man. It's like we living in a zesty man apocalypse, and I don't like it one bit. Like, men just being super aggressive over music for nothing. And it be men who I supported. That's what's the crazy part. Men who I went to bat for, men who I've helped produce for, men who I've gone out my way to support, help push them. They get a little bit of buzz off of me and then start getting the big head, and then next thing you know, it's over with for us working with each other, because I always get used in that capacity. So this year, and I was talking about the revamping, is I've just completely disbanded Rugged Triad until further notice. And it's not Zai's great, Nivette great, Neek great, Subterranean great, you know, and all my producers are phenomenal. It's just, I need short energy on my label. You feel what I'm saying? I need this certain energy, and I can't express it enough. I'm a businesswoman. So when I come to you, initially, we have conferences. I bring you the business. I ask you if this is what you want to do. Everybody's in agreement with all adults. And then there's no follow through. I feel like that's a disrespect to me. It's a slap in my face, and it's a disrespect to me. It's a disrespect to my time. It's a disrespect to my brand. And I just had to fall back. Like Zeiss told me, look, sis, learn to focus on yourself. Like, he had a whole conversation with me, and people don't realize, just because I'm hard, I was like literally in tears. Like, there's times where I wanted to like hurt myself and kill myself. Like, why are people acting this way and I'm only trying to help them? Like, why? How is me being kind to them and going out my way and doing shit for them for free and putting all this together for them? Why am I being met with this type of energy? And I just have to realize, look, focus on yourself and stop putting yourself through that type of stuff. So right now, I'm just gonna refocus, come back through with the brand later on, and when everybody's ready to go full throttle for me, then I'll move back. And you feel what I'm saying? But you know, then Zaz is in here right now. You know, Zaz had to talk to me so many times, like, look, it's okay, sis. Just, you know what I'm saying? Take your time and focus on you.
It's tough. It's definitely tough. I mean, you know what I mean? You in a line of work where a lot of people depend on you. And unfortunately, a lot of times it's the wrong kind of dependence. It's the dependence where they're putting everything, the burdens, everything on top of you, expecting you to be the solution. But unfortunately, you have your own problems to deal with. So it's just burying you on mountains of shit.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? And then especially in this hip hop shit, if people are not focused, people don't got a tunnel vision for success, you can clearly see it, because they'll give you all this, feed you all this bullshit. And then, like you said, they won't follow through. Unfortunately, and that's just how it is. And you know what I mean? I've been there, done that. I know how this shit goes. And it's tough. You really can't weed out the founders until it's already kind of too late.
Right. So, like, you got to be in it already to experience it. And then I'm an empath. I'm clairvoyant. So it's another thing. Once I start feeling sick or funny at the mention of your name or something like that, or your energy shifts, you could sis me to death and I feel the shift in your energy. Like, you're not here with me for real. And that be the thing. And so you could go off and say this and that to me, and I'm still sitting here side-eyeing you like, nah, they don't really fuck with me. Like, I feel it. Like, I'm learning to pick up on that now. Thank you, Nivek. Nivek has been my day one. That's my soldier right there. Krista Monique, salute sis. She movement, like she's been a big support as well, just behind the scenes. And anybody knows me, like I'm not just an only music person. I'm a friend. Outside of this music, when you want to call me and there's something going on with you on a personal note, you can call me, you can talk to me. It's confidential. I'm a friend, I'm a support, I'm a system here for you, not just contingent upon the music situation. So that's something I like to share. So there's a lot of people in here right now who are people who know that I'm there with them and they've been there for me outside of the music when I've been, feeling the way. I've had experienced 7 deaths within this past 2 months. It's been a lot. One of them being my grandson's father. So it's been a lot of death, and it's been a lot of very close people to me. So it's been very painful and hurtful because, for one, death has always just been, I'm sure for everybody, it's a triggering thing. I've died 4 times and been resuscitated. And so when you've experienced death from so many different angles, and then I know my purpose for being here and experiencing those deaths. I had a premonition of my death when I was 17 before it happened. I told my family about it. I told them, I'm going to die, but I'm going to come back. I had the dream twice, so I know it was a premonition. And when they saw it happen, my family was like, my husband was like, everybody's like, oh, okay. So they know to take my word. When I say something, that it's right and exact. You feel what I'm saying? Because my premonitions don't miss. The dreams don't miss. I'm very spiritual, very alert. And, it's just, I have a lot of feeling. And the thing with me is music isn't the end all be all. I care about how people feel and help people because I know how it feels not to be helped. You get what I'm saying? It's just so important to just show love. I wish I had a me. That's all I can say. I be up day and night working on stuff for people, hours, and with no compensation. I don't need an answer because I make a promise to you that I could deliver a certain thing for you if you allow me to do X, Y, Z for you. And so far, like I've told people, even people who've been giving me pushback, they've seen the results from what I told them. If you allow me to do this, you'll see the result in my curation if you let me curate. You feel me? They see the result, but they still kind of wavering and want to run to do their own thing. So I don't let people go do their own thing. I feel like that's the hardest thing for me is keeping a solid team. But me and Shabam are here. And Nivek is definitely in his eyes. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm going to make the best of it. I'm still trying to put the triad trio together. So it's me and Bam, and I'm looking for a third party to release the Wake the Gods EP. And like I said, Bam has just been that person for me. It's crazy because I met him at a show, A3C, and he's just been an ever constant support for me. Just like all the stuff going on. Whenever I have a problem with anybody or anything, I immediately go to him like, this is the situation. I explained to him, was I wrong? Because if I'm wrong, I know men think this is not the case, but if I'm wrong, let me know and I'll apologize, because I apologize if I'm wrong, if I came off wrong. Even if I didn't intentionally, I didn't mean to make you feel that way. Even if I did it, I'm going to apologize. Like, I'm not the type of person who wants to see anybody hurt for any reason, even people I don't really care for. It's not my intention to hurt people. So, he's my checks and balance for me. Let me know if I'm wrong so I can correct myself with that person and make it right. I'm an advocate for communication, clarifying, and problem resolution. I mean, that's what I've done in my career in business. I have 2 degrees. I've ran companies. I've ran 4 branches of a Korean bank. I've worked for the government, and I've always ran a bunch of people. So I'm an advocate for problem resolution and having clear, candid conversations to get to the bottom of something. If something is worth saving, something is worth having, then you make sure you sort it out. And that's just where I'm at with it right now. So I cut ties focus on myself right now, and then we'll see where things go. You feel me? But I had to do that for my peace of mind, because literally I was sitting here suffering. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting here, people think I'm hard. I was sitting here shattered in tears, like wanting to take my life, because I'm like, what am I doing to hurt people? Like I'm being nice. What the hell am I doing wrong? I'm being nice and people still don't like me. So people have to think how you make other people feel when you do stuff like that. So, peace.
It's definitely tough.
He only knows me as someone who creates supremely adds on people's growth. Thank you. Off the stage. Thank you. Sunyas, like I was just talking about you, Sunyas, earlier. Like Sunyas, he's another person who I respect greatly, because like I said, so many people act like they don't see me, they don't see my work. I'm gonna cry. But Sunyas, he's always been a very kind person who's always acknowledged my work, always been a big support to me. Peace to Nick the Exotic.
Yo, peace.
Yes, that's the baby. You know, it's like, man, it's good to have people like Sunyas who write about me in books, who openly advocate for me in public social media platforms. Like, yo, check out Indigo. Like, so Sunyas always brings me to tears, because I just can't thank him enough for that open support, because I get met with so much animosity, and all I'm doing is making music, people. I don't know what I'm doing to trigger people, but I'm gonna keep making the music, because, you know, we've had this discussion. My mom passed. My mom was my biggest fan, and thank you. And she believed in me, and I didn't believe in myself when it came to the rap, so I never really pushed it, you know. I was always told I wasn't pretty enough, I didn't have a look, you know, this not what people want to hear, so I kind of stopped. And when my mom passed, I started my film company. I just started taking on challenges and tasks and just going for it. And so now I get from the ancestors, like, she's proud of me, she sees it, she's really telling me, she hears me crying too, don't stop, like, don't stop. So when I'm doing this, I do it to make my mother proud, I do it to make my grandmother proud. Like, my grandmother worked as a maid to put me through the best private schools, to put me in the best clothes. Like, I can't let people down who invest in me. Like, they wholeheartedly invested in me. So now, like I say, everything I do is really more on the basis of other people. I don't want to disappoint people. I don't want to disappoint my producers. So I try to make sure I get all my producers highlighted, as many as I can. And I just feel like it's important to keep your word. And so, like I said,
I mean, but what? Not to cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is about that, though, that goes back to what we were saying. It's like you're bringing all these people in, and that's a good thing. You know what I mean? You're showing your true colors, that you want success for people. You want people to be happy. But unfortunately, that's what we were saying before, is you're taking on too much. Sometimes you do need to, like, you know what I mean? Just, what do you want to call it? Slim down the list. Yeah. Slim down the list of people you're working with, but at the same time, you gotta balance out the energies, because if you're serving your energy to everybody, and you know what I mean, because in hopes that you're doing better for them and helping them, unfortunately they're draining that positive energy you're giving out. They're giving you back the negative energy. So it's like that's why you just gotta be careful, because, you know what I mean, because like me, that's the funny part, because I'm just like that. I feel in some way, shape, or form I'm clairvoyant, because I feed off people's energies. That's why I started doing the show, because I felt like I felt people's energy. Like, I can't see you right now because the camera and whatever fuck's going on, but I feel your energy enough that I feel it and I can relate. And like, that's why I feel like we need more people like that in our circle, where we can relate, we can feed energy back and forth, instead of, you know what I mean, give, take, and you don't get nothing back to really satisfy your soul, because the soul needs something too. If you're always constantly giving your soul out, you're loaning your soul to these people, and you're not getting it back. You feel it. You feel it in your gut, knowing that you're missing pieces of you. And it's because of that. So it's like the music is one thing. The music is always going to be there. Music is just something for people to listen to. But if you're going out your way for people outside the music, that's when you have to kind of reconsider, like, am I doing too much for these people? Like, you know what I mean? With this nigga, you know what I mean? Because I'm the type of nigga, if I had 50, my last 50 cent in my pocket, and somebody's right next to me and they need something to drink, I'm thirsty as fuck. I'm giving them my 50 cent though. You know what I mean? Would they do the same shit for me? If I know in my heart of hearts they ain't gonna do that shit for me, I shouldn't be doing that. But then again, I'm like you, I fall into these same patterns where I'm gonna do it anyways because that's what I was raised on, or that's how I feel. So unfortunately, people like us and many others out there that are like us with the positive energy, always trying to give our energy to others, we're always going to fall into these traps. So the only way to really get around that is just to remind yourself that you're not just doing it to help them, you're doing it to help yourself. Because every time you get a little piece of yourself, you got to remember to take a piece of yourself back. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like, I love the energy being reciprocated, and that's basically where I like to be at. But like I said, I'm in a better space now because I had to like take that baggage off. So now it's just all about indie and what I'm ready to do and what my next move is, and I can't really focus it on, you know, people who aren't returning it. Once I see you're not returning it, I'm done dealing with you for the most part. But yeah, but I'm excited. I'm about to be working on some film stuff, getting back into the film. Most people may not know I'm the director of African American Women in Cinema and the Atlanta chapter, and it's a nonprofit for women in film. So I teach classes. Anybody who wants to go, you go to www.aawic.org and check the page. I do quarterly film workshops for free, or I would say complimentary. And that's something I love to do, is to give back. But right now I'm going to start converting some of the films that I have into books. And also I'm going to produce my own film soon with some people you may know. So I'm excited to be doing that and following another passion of mine that I've kind of put on the back burner to get these raps out the way. So film is going to be the next move for me. And also a book covering hip hop artists, and I've conducted at least over 70 interviews with some of the most iconic to new artists and producers in hip hop since 2018. So I'm going to compile some of those interviews into a book and drop something for the culture. So I'm honored to be doing that, of course, with the help of Sunyez. If he's still in here, he already knows. I'm excited to put that book out. So some of these new interviews I'm doing with OG Press will be included in the book. And we're working on some art stuff. So I'm actually going to be doing a annual hip hop art show coming soon, like a festival. Excited about that. So it's just a lot I'm doing for the culture right now. And do I get tired? Sometimes, yes. And actually, I could tell people, honestly, am I overwhelmed? No. It's crazy that I'm not. Sometimes I sit and I'm like, wow, I sat on my ass 2 months and ain't really dropped nothing. But I'll still be working on little stuff. I said, my producer came over, the engineer came over. Remember, I told you, he said, I'm going to come by and you do this and that. But I didn't really have anything prepared because he last minute hit me. So I stayed up and wrote 10 joints in one night and recorded all 10 of those joints the next day. Like, my work ethic is impeccable. So when I say that I enjoy putting out the content and I never do it if it's forced, I honestly don't force myself to do anything. I do it organically. It's fun. I could stay up a whole 24 hours doing this music. I could stay up a whole 24 hours writing. It's my passion. So it's my happy place for me. I'm kind of a recluse and a hermit. You'll only see me out at a show or something. I've started ordering groceries, so you won't see me at the grocery store.
Oh, shit.
But
I mean, you know,
appointment, that's probably the only time you're gonna see me. I will be in New York September the 13th through the 16th. I'm coming back to Atlanta on Saturday night. So anybody in New York who wants to link with me, let me know. my dad's in the hospital, so that's going to be the primary part of my day will be spent at the hospital with my father. And then the rest of the evening I'll, catch up with everybody who I've been chopping it up with, like my girl Apani B Fly. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get with my sis and stuff like that and just catch up. And then my boy Bam is doing a show, Jay Ronin birthday party. So make sure y'all tap in and go check Bam out. He's performing and a couple of other people performing too. So
Yo, peace
I'm
to
excited.
Bam. Word. I gotta say also, back to what you were saying about Sebastian.
Thank you.
Man's he's a good dude. Like I've known him for a while now, and yeah, he's definitely helped a lot of hip hop move to where it's supposed to be, and he's also been, yeah, he's a good
I'm
dude
proud to
overall.
have him as a friend. In all honesty, I don't take for granted the people who are icons in my life. That's my homeboy. I come to his crib, he come to mine. We chop it up, we kick the shit, but I very much know the level of his status of who he is, and he is of the highest caliber in this hip hop, and I respect that. I respect his presence. You feel what I'm saying? So I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't knock that. And I have a virtual show coming up. I'm going to be doing a show. It's going to be no audience, probably a few exclusive guests invited. It's going to be called the Blue Light Special. It's going to be, Indigo represents that blue light special show. Bam is going to be performing. I'm inviting some more guests. I'll let you know who later on. But it's just going to be an intimate setting. And I'm going to do some of my great hits. So my videographer is going to line everything up nicely. And I'm going to put that show out for all my fans worldwide, because I have so many fans worldwide that I have not been able to get to. And I would like to do a show that all of them can see me representing all the different areas from Paris, Germany, UK, all of that. So, yeah, so look for that Blue Light joint coming to you soon. I'm excited about that. And that's pretty much it. I'm just, like I said, about to drop 4 projects that's already done, then another 4. So that'll be 16 projects this year. And done with ease. I'm not gonna hold you. It was done with ease. The only thing holding me back is engineering, because I had more engineers working, and my engineers also rap, so they have their own stuff. So I'm finding engineers who don't rap to do some of the engineering, and then I'm learning to engineer myself. You feel what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a hell of a run this year, and of course, I have more visuals coming. Tuna Soundgarden is getting ready to come up. I'm going to do Wade Williams' Sunlit Serenade. And yeah, I'm going to be singing on some little songs and all that stuff. But like you said, I like playing with everything. So we're going to do some of the mellow shit. We're going to do some of the hard stuff. And yeah, I just want to thank you for always allowing me the opportunity to tap in with you.
Yeah, you already know, like I told you from the first interview, you fam. And I try to tell this to every artist on here. I know a lot of people say I be just talking shit, but you know me. Everyone knows me. I'm not just into the music. I'm you know what I mean? If I could be there for somebody, I'm gonna be there. If someone wants to talk to me in the messenger, life shit, I'm just here. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not just a hip hop journalist or whatever the fuck it is. It's more so like I've been there, I've done that. I'm an MC, producer, I've done it all myself. So I know how hard this shit is. That's kind of why I step back. That's kind of why I step back, because I just don't have the fucking mental capacity no more to deal with the bullshit. But that doesn't mean I don't want to push it and help people get where they want to be. So I'm always here. You can you can co-host the show with me. You can hop on whatever you want. You know how it goes. Word, you already know. And like, your music is crazy. By the way, Tsunami, yo, that shit is.
Al is on here. I found Al was on that, and he missed that for me. Like,
that shit is fucking butter.
Saved me. It's part of helping me get a lot of shit done. Like, Sal Allen saved me have been like the best, like as far as engineering in Hilltop, and Banner, Black Seeds Banner has been like a gem, helping with the mixes and size, and I just can't thank people enough for like really coming through and supporting me. But I'm definitely gonna pull it together. And yeah, being an MC is hard, but when you're a female, you get a whole different, you know what I'm saying, onslaught of shit. But Tsunami was basically speaking on that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not playing with nobody. I'm out here just basically making my moves. And if you get in my way, like, you gonna get the Queen of the Grimy, the Bruja, you gonna get the Indigo Blanco. You're not gonna get Dom Devereaux. You're not gonna get Indy. You're gonna get the whole other spectrum of me. So all these little alter egos are actually really parts of my personality. That's why when you say I transition nicely, it's because I love writing songs. So there's a mellow, sensual part to me that I love basking in my soft girl era. I love expressing my feelings. So you're gonna get every element of me. And I feel like that's what makes a good artist, when you actually are organic with your feelings and don't try to present a facade. I give people what I feel, and those who gravitate to it, I appreciate you, but I don't try to come and fill spots that people want. I just put out music that feels good to me.
Well, look at it like this. I don't know if it's called karma, yin and yang. I'm not really sure because I'm into all that shit heavy, but with all the good you're putting out and all the good you've done for people, it has to come your way. You know what I mean? If it hasn't already come your way, it's gonna come your way, because at the end of the day, something's got to give. You know what I mean? 'Cause especially if you had all these hardships, you had all these deaths, you had all this shit happening, it's gonna happen. I mean, I feel like it's already happened, because I mean, look at who you operating with.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you said yourself.
Daddy-O. Me and Daddy-O album is almost complete. Hallelujah.
Oh, shit.
Hallelujah.
That's
Praise
crazy.
the Lord. I want everybody to pray on this, that we get this album out this year, good Lord. You know what I'm saying? And when I don't want to tell y'all the features because I don't want to spoil it, but iconic features. Look, it's so dope, and it's just an honor working with Daddy-O. And like I said, I'm on Self-Destruction too, so I'm actually trying to put together like the panel for Self-Destruction too, because I keep telling him, let's talk about it. Let's not just rap about it. Let's have some type of preventive measures or conversations. I'm a certified facilitator as well, so I facilitate things, and I would love to have a mixed room of people to have these conversations, because it's about healing the community and using the music, hip hop, for a cause. And yes, Supreme 19 still dropping. Anybody who wants to be a part of it, it's a project I'm doing for charity. I have a few people on it. I'm giving 100% of the proceeds to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital for the children with cancer. So this is very important. Like, you would be surprised how flaky people are, even with charity shit. Like, you want people to buy your shit, but you can't even do something for children with cancer. It's crazy to me. But Supreme 19, if you want to be a part of it, help with some engineering, a verse, production, let me know. Let's get that project going and help the children. And then the next one I will be doing will be towards suicide prevention. As you see, I've spoken on my suicidal tendencies. I've called that 800 number quite a few times, and they do dispatch people to your home to come sit and talk with you. I want people to have those same options, to have somebody come help and save a life. So let's make sure that we try to utilize our talents for something important and special, and to save a life at least. And be it suicide or be it from cancer, let's try to do something more than just be selfish. Sometimes it's okay to be selfish and show that you have a heart. I think everybody wants to be hard. It's okay to show that you have a heart.
And don't forget too, for anyone that's having these similar issues, because I know we've all been at that point. I know many people that have done so, and I you know what I mean? But long story short, it's so much easier to just talk about it, to get it out of your head, you know what I mean? Because unfortunately, when we're constantly in our head, we're constantly thinking about shit solo. Like I know, like being in solitude is healthy, but too much of solitude could actually kill you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know what I mean? And if you stuck in your head, just talk about it. Talk to anyone about it. Just say that. Sometimes the human brain and the heart needs to hear you say it to yourself.
Right.
I know a lot. I know a lot. Say a lot of niggas say people is crazy because you talk to yourself, but sometimes, you know what I mean. I talk to myself because I got them. So, because I'm alone all the time when I'm working. And honestly, if I didn't tell myself, yo, don't do
Salute
that, that's stupid.
XP. Salute XP
You
the
know what I mean?
Martian. Yeah, you know what? I because I am a hermit, I do have moments where I'm like I have to seek out who I feel I can trust. So I have had conversations with Sunyas, Bam, King Kamal. I feel like those are people who I can trust. Sal Al is another confidant of mine, Nivek. So I feel like I have go-to people when I get in those really deep, dark places in my head. I
Hmm.
seek out people who I know have kind souls that would not put my information in the street or divulge what I'm telling them, but they will offer me solid advice and from a place of caring, not a place of just wanting to be nosy in my business. So I do have those people because I know that's important, especially with me being a hermit and not really having many friends and going out and then having trust issues with people as well. So it's important to find key people you trust that you can talk to. That's why I always offer myself up to people. I'm here. Conversations are confidential. I have my songs about suicide. I have helped a couple of people. They've hit me. We've had conversations and I talked them out of it. I referred them to the same resources I used when I felt suicidal. And I just feel it's every day you wake up, be happy, be grateful. And I'll reiterate this again. I've been diagnosed with something, it's fibrous dysplasia, and I can go blind or deaf. It's a very crazy pain. It's a bone that grows at the base of my skull, so sometimes it hits the nerves in my ear, gives me really bad headaches. And the doctor said that, potentially, the worst can happen. And I've seen people with this condition and they look way worse than me. So every day I wake up grateful. I wake up happy that I can hear. I wake up happy that I can hear my music. I wake up happy that I can see and write my music. I wake up happy that I can write my films and read books. So I think we take some of the simplest blessings for granted, but when you're not sure if you're going to have them, and that's another reason why I work as hard as I do. Should anything happen to me, and God forbid or Allah forbid it happens, I will have a legacy of workout. I already have 21 albums out right now. By the end of the year, I'll have probably 29, 30, and that was in a 4-year span. So I will have completed my task. I will have made my mother proud and did what she wanted me to do. I would have made myself proud, even more so. And that's what I want to give people is don't take for granted the blessings the Most High gives you. I make sure I utilize them, I maximize them, and be good to other people and share your blessings with other people. I think that's what people miss. You have that vinyl connect. I have mad vinyl connects. If you need the vinyl connect, just hit me in my inbox and I'll send you the list of the vinyls. There's no need to gatekeep shit from people. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Why not share resources? It's like, be a good person. That's the key to life, is to be a good person, and the karma comes back to you. That's all I can say. I'm just honored. I thank you again for having me on here. And you've always I'm clairvoyant. You always have this ray of light to you. Every time I see you, it brings a smile to my face because I could tell you're like me and you just want to highlight and be that person for people.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you do for me, y'all. Because like I said, the little things, the simple things for me are important. So at the end of the day, I appreciate everything you do for everyone outside the music, everyone inside the music. And at the end of the day, we gonna make this work somehow, some way. As long as we all just, like you said, we all hold each other down, we get that positive energy amongst the world and to everybody, then I'm pretty sure it will all fall right into place. You know what I'm saying?
But I have to be Petty LaBelle at the end of it all. Anybody who got a problem with me, fuck you with a sick dick. I don't care. And you wage war with me, it's always F you, your next of kin, the unborn, the future, the kids that come in 2050. Fuck all of y'all. But everybody who rock with me, I love y'all.
No doubt, no doubt. You know, I hear that. Yeah, but no doubt. But yo, I don't want to cut this. I'm afraid the IG's gonna cut it off. And
we at the hour right now, so we good.
Yeah. I want to make sure, because I wouldn't want it to be where we in depth with a conversation and IG just don't fuck everything. I'm like, oh, this nigga just don't cut the whole shit. Like, nah, yo, I have no control over what they be doing with this show now. Like, cause I still came to see you. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So it's like I'm feeding off your voice.
It seems like you see me because of the smile on your face. So hey,
it's the energy. It's the energy.
In the video, we still gonna look good in the video.
It's the energy. I can feed your energy because, like I said, you're such a positive homie. You know what I mean? You hold it down for people, so it's like I feel it back. So definitely.
I'm such an effing lady. Yes, I am. I'm so ladylike and bougie. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm ghetto bougie, but yeah, like let me promise anybody anything. Let me promise you, glam and glocks. That's what I'm all about. Glam and I love it. My father has had me passionate about the burners since a long time ago. So it's always about that, being cute and being protective of yourself. You feel what I'm saying? It's all for protection, never to hurt nobody, but I love you guys. Thank you so much. Yes, I have to be petty once in a while because nobody is perfect. We all got some shit about us. And I definitely, once you cross me, it's a wrap. Like you're going to get the fury from hell from me. But when I love you with all my heart, and I will do anything to help and protect you. And that's my saving grace.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, like I said, you allowed on the show whatever you want. Just hit me up.
Thank you. I got my artists to bring on the show, and we got to get Bam on. I got to convince Bam to get his head up in here, and we got to get Great God on here. We got to get a couple of my peoples up on here.
Yeah.
So
no doubt.
I love everybody in here. Salute my Rugged Triad fam. I still have Triad fam. I'm just revamping some things, so my Triad fam is still in here. And we're going to have new merch, new music coming out, new releases because I'm still curating. I'm just kind of taking my time and learning to digest things. Curating a project for BAM under Rugged Triad, so look for that. And again, thank you guys so much. Call Me Billy 2 is on the way. Forged in Fire, Sakura Symphony, and Porvu, produced by Brand New, as well as a project produced by K. Darrow. I outlined the project last night, Darrow. So we have a complete EP. So we're about to get it going. I'm excited. And salute Nivek.
No doubt. Bet you definitely next time you drop some more stuff, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have you back on. We definitely gonna be politicking after the show. You know how we do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But much love. I wish the best for you. You know what I mean? I can't wait to hear these new releases. I mean, I already got a chance to listen to some of them, so I'm gonna save that for the next interview because you know what I mean. You got so much fire going on and shit. But much love, yo. And we politic after this.
Yes. Peace, everybody.
Hi. Yo, peace. Yeah, so that was the homie Indigo Phoenyx. I'm not sure why I couldn't see her on my side. I'm not sure what's going on with the IG shit. I've been staring at myself this whole show. For those that don't believe me, I would screenshot it, but it's gonna disconnect the live stream. But you know when Indigo Phoenyx is in the building because of her positive energy. So you already know. For those that work with her and those that know her on a personal level, she good fam. She a good homie. You know what I mean? So definitely make sure to check this out. I'm not sure how this is going to play out when I hit the stop button. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear her, if you're going to be able to see both of us. That'd be kind of dope. But if not, if all you see is my face, that kind of sucks. But as long as you can hear her, I guess it works. I might just fucking completely wipe my face out and just have her album cover on here so you can hear her talking, because I don't know. Anyways, much love to y'all. Make sure to follow her. Make sure to follow me. Shout out to the sponsors once again. Snow Goons, Creative Juices Music, and East Sound International, Blaze Up Radio, Vinyl Frontier, Smile with the Ghetto Child, Mad Word Apothecary. And I'm going to check y'all next week. Peace.